everyone, it's Nicole for Simon Says Stamp, and welcome to the December 2025 edition of Making the Cut. Making the Cut is my monthly series here on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel where we talk about all things die cutting. It is DieCember here at Simon Says Stamp, and today we're going to feature a lot of fun sets like Parcel and Post, the Sweet Songbird, the Weaving Plate, the Classic Leaf Ring, layered scallop tags, and a couple of new stamp sets from Simon Says Stamp, the Tag Greetings and the Easy Strips Christmas. All of these products are going to be combined to create this really beautiful tag that could be on the front of a card if you would prefer to do that instead of making a gift tag. I'm going to start with the gift tag itself, and we are going to ink up the first layer of this with a little bit of white pigment ink around the edges. Now, I did die cut this layer of the layered scallop tags, and then I used the weaving plate to give this background some texture and interest. I love this weaving plate as it really gives some very subtle interest without overwhelming the rest of the design. Next, we're going to take that craft layer that we've inked up with the white pigment ink and layer it on the other layer, which is die cut from Schoolhouse Red. I also have the largest tag die cut from Simon Says Stamp Ivory cardstock, and we are going to place these back to back. When I'm making gift tags, I often like to have something on the back for an additional layer as it provides some nice stability to the design. For the hole reinforcer up at the top, we have this adorable little topper here. I've die cut this from some Spellbinders Truffle cardstock, and I have two of these as we want to put one on the front and one on the back so that the back looks as nice as the front. This is especially important if you're doing a gift tag and you're going to have anything on the back of this. It also will make your gift tag nice and stable so that if your recipient wants to use this as a decoration after the gift has been given, that is easy to do too. From the Tag Greetings stamp set, we are going to take one of the sentiments, a gift from my heart to yours, and we're stamping this with cranberry ink right on the tag. I've put this in my MISTI so that I can stamp it a couple times to get a really good impression. Next, it's time to start building our beautiful scene for the front of the tag. Layering texture is the name of the game for this particular design today. Starting with the classic leaf ring and some pine positively saturated ink, we are going to start inking up the layers. For my wreath, because I wanted it to be very full, I've die cut it from a couple of colors of green Concord and 9th cardstock, and then I'm pouncing that pine ink all the way around. We have a darker green and a lighter green. Both are going to be inked with the pine ink. Also included in the classic ring die set are individual leaf branches. I've got 3 each of my light and dark. So what we're going to do is layer one of the full wreaths on top of the other, and then we're going to go ahead and place each of those overlapping branches on top. This is going to make a beautiful a beautiful full wreath design that we can then tuck in some additional berry branches, some gold pine branches, and of course our sweet songbird. I'm going to offset my leaves, and I'm placing one wreath right on top of the other. I'm only putting the adhesive around that skinny, thin, round part for now. That's going to allow me to tuck any other foliage inside. And then we're going to go ahead and just pounce that color on any of those other branches. Using tweezers really makes it easy when working with any of these small detailed die cuts. One of the things I love about this wreath is I think it could be used for any season or occasion just by switching up the colors and the images used to decorate the wreath. Imagine putting spring florals in this, little hearts for Valentine's Day. You could dress this up for summer, put some little sunflowers or other things in it. And for fall, change the colors completely for fall leaves. This classic leaf ring is one of my favorite products from the DieCember 2025 release. Look at that beautiful full wreath. It would be beautiful just like this. Next, we are going to ink up the Sweet Songbird to tuck into our wreath. There are several pieces for the Sweet Songbird, and I love this latest bird die cut addition to the wonderful line of dies from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to start with a little gingerbread ink on our Ivory cardstock layer, pouncing a lot of that color off onto my glass work surface and then gently blending that on to the Ivory cardstock. Next, I'm going to ink up the caramel layer of cardstock with a little bit of cocoa positively saturated ink. Again, pouncing off a lot of that excess ink on my glass work surface before bringing it to my cardstock and adding that wonderful shading that's going to give all of that depth and dimension to our die cut bird. I've got a couple of pieces of the caramel here that I'm going to ink up. There's also a layering piece that goes back behind the head of the bird. This is going to show through the eye as well as the beak. I've die cut this from some Truffle Spellbinders cardstock. We're going to start assembling before we add the red layers, and I'm going to place the top layer of caramel cardstock on top of the bird. Now quickly, before that glue completely dries, I do want to grab the red tail feather for my bird, and I'm going to ink this up with a little cocoa ink as well. Oftentimes when I am inking red cardstock, I do choose to use a brown or dark burgundy color, something that will not fade into the red cardstock. I often find that red ink on red cardstock doesn't show up as good. I'm also going to ink up my red feathers with the same cocoa cardstock. It's still going to read red, even though it has that great distressing and darker areas to it. As the ink dries, it won't be near as dark as it is right here. Look how cute our little bird is. And the bird would be beautiful in any color combination you choose to use here. And then we've got one more little red feather piece. Let's go ahead and add a little inking to this. And then we'll place the beak and the eye area back behind the head of the bird. I will be using a black onyx pearl for the eye of the bird, but we're going to wait a minute before we add that. Now that I have the headpiece in place, that natural area where the cheek is on the bird, I'm taking a little bit of pastel pink ink from Simon Says Stamp and giving our little birdie a nice little rosy cheek. Look at how cute our little bird is. So pretty. I'm also going to take that same cocoa ink, and this little bow from the Parcel and Post set is the perfect size bow to adorn our wreath. I'm going to make sure it has some nice shading, and then we're going to start placing this on our card. Now, as I mentioned, this wreath would work for lots of different seasons and occasions. The little berry branch from Parcel and Post, as well as the pine branch, are going to be perfectly sized to fit with this wreath. I think it's going to look really, really nice. So once I have my bird, my bow, and the wreath kind of how I want them to go, I'm going to go on the back and I'm going to add some ink all over the wreath and my bird. Now, I quickly decided I did feel like the bird needs a little bit of dimension. So before the glue dries, I'm actually going to pop it out and put a couple of foam squares on the back and then tuck it back into the greenery of the wreath. I think what the magic of this particular design is tucking things inside of the wreath so it looks very natural. So you'll notice I'm tucking the tail feather and the belly of the bird underneath some of the leaves of our wreath, pardon me. Okay, the little teeny tiny berry branches from the Parcel and Post are going to be added next, as well as these sentiment strips. These are left over from a project I had done on my YouTube channel, but these are from the Easy Strips Christmas. This big sentiment stamp set stamps all of the sentiments at once, and then the coordinating die cuts all of the greetings into strips. What's awesome about this is I just keep all of them next to me, and while I'm creating during the season, when I have a project like this tag, I am able to choose from these to use on my tag. So I picked 2 of the smaller sentiments, Have a Joyous Holiday, and then From All of Us, and place those with foam adhesive down along the bottom edge of the tag. I am then gluing the Schoolhouse red berries on the Truffle branch, and we are going to start placing these into our wreath. Originally, I only die cut 2 of these little berry branches, and I quickly went ahead and die cut 1 additional berry branch to add to my tag and add to this wreath. I really do like those kinds of things in odd numbers like 3, and I felt like 3 clusters of red was going to look much better than just the 2. I tucked in the 3 berry branches, 2 of the gold matte cardstock pine branches, also die cut using the Parcel and Post set. And then I've placed my whole tag in a splatter box, and I'm using the Simon Says stamp white splatter medium to add snow all over my design. I did try to keep a lot of that snow off of the bird itself with just a little bit. I just didn't want it to be too much, but splatter will be splatter, and it does go where it wants. Then I added the black pearl for the eye of my bird, and I grabbed my favorite Tim Holtz opaque grit paste and a palette knife, and I am going to start adding some flocking and additional snow to our beautiful wreath. I like to just put the product right on the tip of a kind of pointy palette knife, so I'll scrape it off and then I'll re-add it to my palette knife to keep it more on the tip. And I don't worry too much about perfection here. I just want everything to have a little bit of that snowy type look. That includes our bow and our bird. I just don't want it to be too much. This is going to dry pretty quickly as we're not using a huge amount. Now, I got a glob on my bow tail itself, and at first it kind of bothered me and I tried to fix it. And then I ultimately decided I kind of don't mind it so much. It definitely works with that imperfection, so we're just going to go with it. Added a little bit of extra to the tips of the bird's wings and things, and look how gorgeous this is. I love this grit paste. It's probably one of my favorite things to add to the finishing of any type of holiday greenery and foliage. I'll place a little glossy accents on the beak of the bird, and now it's time for finishing details. I'm taking some of this May Arts twine. This is one of my favorites, especially for a more rusticy type of project, and I'm going to thread that through my tag top. Then I went ahead and made a little bow using the tag making tool. So I'm going to make a 2.5-inch bow, and I did not even count how many times I went around the tongs of my tool, just quite a few here because I wanted a really loopy bow, and I'm going to tie it into a little knot. Now I did pull a little too tight and I broke my twine, so I'm actually just going to unthread it once and go back through this just like so and tie it again. I sometimes forget that the twine doesn't stand up quite as good as ribbon does, but then I have an extra loopy bow for another project, and then I simply glue it to the top of my tag and hold it in place like tweezers, like you can see on my tag below. Kind of a last minute addition, but I felt like my tag needed a little something else, so I took these gold die cut stars, again using the die from Parcel and Post, added one to the center of my twine bow and a few additional ones around my tag, and that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this beautiful, elegant Songbird and Wreath holiday tag featuring wonderful products from the Simon Says Stamp DieCember release. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube for your convenience. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.